James Gunn takes one on the chin. And the strike, well, it's finally over. This is the Sox Rocker Show. Hello and welcome back. There's been a lot going on in entertainment news the last few days, so let's get into this, shall we? On my last show, we talked about how Bobby Pills Animation, who's working on Little Jimmy Gunn's, hey Little Jimmy, pet project Creature Commandos, stated that said movie would not be released until 2025 as opposed to 2024 because, well, they needed more time to finish. Well, it wasn't long after until little Jimmy stepped down from his mountain himself to say that simply isn't true. He said, and I quote, "It must have been a well-intentioned mistake or a misspeaking." A quote, I might add, that, well, it still confuses the hell out of me. Now, at that time, if you remember, or if you even watched this show, I pondered if it was in fact a mistake or if WB simply told Gunn himself to fix it because they can't have any more costly mistakes or he just might lose it altogether. Well, the celebratory confetti from the strike being settled has barely been cleaned up, and now the Hollywood Reporter has been reporting that WB has shelved, yes, you heard that right, shelved the Gunn-produced movie Coyote vs. Acme, featuring his boy John Cena. Yes, you heard that right. WB is shelving yet another movie a la Batgirl. One that reports say cost around $72 million to make. And get this, WB stands to take an estimated $30 million tax write-off on it. I mean, what the hell, WB? I mean, is this going to be the standard modus operandi in the land that gave us, well, Looney Tunes, Daffy Duck, Yosemite Sam, Bugs freaking Bunny? How's about Neo, Harry Potter, King Kong, Dorothy? And how's about Here's Johnny, Jack Torrance? My Lord, I hope not, because, well, every single move that WB has made in the past year, well, it's left one hell of a bad taste in my mouth. And I hate that, because I, not unlike many others, am a huge ass DC fan, and, well, I'm worried that things, well, they just may never get back on track. Is this simply a way of reeling things in? Or maybe WB is simply trimming things to get ready to take opening bids on, well, what many people believe is going to be up for sale after the first of the year itself. I don't know. You know. Now, this is all self-speculation, mind you, but you have to admit that things are, well, they're just a little wonky over there. Whatever craziness may or may not be going on over at the Mouse House these days, well, it simply pales in comparison to WB's roller coaster of a ride that we're all going on right now. Now, I mentioned the strike being over earlier, and yes, it is, finally, and thankfully. And the advert floodgates have opened wider than Chuck Heston parting the Red Sea. All of a sudden on social media, we see adverts for, well, corn sweating Little Jimmy Gunn's Superman Legacy. A release date for Venom 3 on November 8th of 2024. A trailer for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which looks pretty good, I might add. A trailer for Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy, who hasn't been seen in a while. And I'm sure as the days go by, we will see even more entertainment goodness, as I am sure the studios are, well, they're chomping at the proverbial bit to get more product out so they can start making that cheddar, baby. From what I can tell, the actors have gotten almost, well, everything they wanted. And I say almost because, well, no one ever really gets everything they want in a strike. Obviously, better pay and benefits were at the top of the list. as was the concern over, well, using AI technology when making films and or television product, and rightfully so. We will learn more as the days go by, but at least they can get back to work doing what they love to do with better incentive to provide for themselves and their families and create that entertainment that, we've all been waiting and craving for. Now, while we're on the subject of, the strike finally being over and the studios able to start making film again, are you excited? Are you worried? Are you concerned? Well, I guess that's a silly question. Of course we're excited. I mean, we've all been waiting. Lord knows we've been down this road before. I guess in the terms of DC, I guess I'm asking, are you excited? Are you worried? I mean, I'm sure James Gunn, even though I'm not excited about him taking over DC, I'm sure he wasn't planning on the latest decision by the WB Empire to pull the rug out from underneath him with, Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, or, I'm sure that came as a shock to him. I think it came as a shock to everybody. I mean, for them to throw another movie away like they did with Batgirl is confusing. Of course, they're saving money in the back end, I guess. So I would think he'd have to be a little bit concerned. I know I am. The Snyderverse is in the past, unfortunately, at least for now. And now it is now, I don't know, you can call it the Gunverse or whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm trying to get excited about it. I'm trying to look forward to it. I'm still a little pissed off about the way things went down, as a lot of people are. We've been promised a lot this past year, and none of it has worked out. Black Adam, as flawed as some may think it was, I didn't mind it, but it gave us something to look forward to when they brought back Henry Cavill and then they erased his ass. The Flash sucked. Blue Beetle, I don't want to say it sucked, but let's face it, it wasn't what people thought it might be. What they did to Batgirl was still confusing, and what they're doing now to this movie is confusing. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, I don't know anybody that's even looking forward to it because we know how much it's been manipulated, and I don't think it's that people don't want to see it and be excited about it. I think people are genuinely concerned it's going to turn out like The Flash. I mean, the last time we saw Aquaman, he was bumbling, stumbling around like a drunken fool, falling face down into a puddle in the street. Now, in what world does that make sense? He's Aquaman. He lives, breathes, eats, and craps water. It was embarrassing. It was degrading. Anyway, I'm just concerned that if that's the way they're going, then we've got some things to be worried about. But only time will tell. Things are fired up again. The studios are cooking. Let's wait and see. Right now, man, every day we're hearing something different. So anything I hear, you'll hear. You'll know about. That's what I'm here for. So with that said, tell me how you feel. Tell me what you think. And as always, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Hit that like button so I can keep this thing going. And, thanks for stopping by. God bless. Socks out.